Good morning, children. So, in the last class, we had discussed about what is a microprocessor and what are its basic operations or functions. So, the basic function of the 80, that is microprocessor, is to fetch the data, to decode it, and to execute it. So, now moving to 8085 architecture. So, 8085 is nothing but it's a 8-bit microprocessor which is designed by Intel. 8085 contains an 8-bit data bus, a 16-bit address bus, a 16-bit program counter we called as PC, a 16-bit stack pointer, a 8-bit register which is arranged in pairs B, C, D, E and HL, and it also requires a 5-volt supply to operate at 3.2 MHz in a single phase clock. So moving to 8085 internal architecture. As you can see, this is the internal architecture of 8085. So this whole resides in a single chip. Right. So first of all, taking the serial input output control. So basically it controls the serial input output devices. That is, SID is the serial input device and SOD is the serial output device. It controls the whole input output serial devices. And the next one is the interrupt control, which controls the interrupts coming from the input or output devices. That is, it contains 5 interrupts controllers, that is INTR, INTA, RST 5.5, RST 6.5, RST 7.5, and at the last trap. So there are 5. And the last one, that is trap, it contains the highest priority in that. So what is an interrupt control? So it controls the interrupts which is coming from the input or external devices. And these two controllers are connected to 8-bit internal data bus where the data are flowed to the ALU devices. So the basic thing, the important unit in this architecture is the ALU. So what does an ALU does? So ALU is nothing but arithmetic logic unit. The basic function of arithmetic logic unit is to it does all the arithmetic operations or arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, incremental or decremental, then bitwise or bitwise, and all logical operations are done in the arithmetic logic unit. And as you can see, there are accumulator, temp register and flag here. Accumulator and temp registers are 8-bit registers. So after doing the basic operations in the ALU, the result is being stored at the accumulator. And also temp register is also used to hold the data during the arithmetic logic operations, and the result is being stored in the accumulator. So after performing the ALU operations, the flag flip-flops gets high or low. That is, the flag flip-flop contains, so the flag register contains 5 flags, that is 0, carry, sign, parity, auxiliary carry flags. So what is the 0 flag? So whenever the result gets the sign, that is if the result is a negative, the sign flag gets automatically high, that is it gets 1, otherwise it will be 0. And if the result is 0, the 0 flag gets high, that is it will it will switch to 1, otherwise 0. And if the result contains a carry, then the carry flag will get switched to 1, otherwise 0. So the next one is the parity flag. Parity flag is is having even parity and odd parity. If the result is an even number, that is even, then the even parity flag gets 1, or otherwise it will be 0. So all the instructions which is coming from the programmer, it is being stored in the instruction register. And instruction register, the instruction is passed to decode that instruction. It is being given in the instruction decoder. Right? Now moving to the register array. So as you can see, there are 8 register which is coming as pairs, that is BC, DE and HL. When we are writing in pairs BC, we will write BC in 16-bit. Otherwise, taking individually as B register, as you can see here, B register is 8-bit, C register is the 8-bit. And individually all registers are 8-bit. But when we are talking about as pairs, that is BC, we will talk as it is a 16-bit register. And it also holds the data when the instruction is executing. Now, coming to stack pointer. What is a stack pointer? So it is a 16-bit register which is used as a memory pointer. So it points to the memory location in the read or write memory, which is called the stack. And the next register is the program counter register. So it is also a 16-bit register. So what does the program counter does? It is also a stack. So where it points to the location of the next instructions to be executed. That is, അടുത്ത ഇൻസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ എന്താണോ എക്സിക്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ആ ഇൻസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ്റെ അഡ്രസ്സിലേക്കായിരിക്കും പ്രോഗ്രാം കൗണ്ടർ പോയിൻറ്റ്സ് ചെയ്യുക. Got it? Now, the next one is the increment or decrement address latch, which is a 16-bit address, which is a latch. That is, the data is being loaded from the program counter and stack pointer. It is being loaded to the increment or decrement address latch. Since it is a 16-bit, it is being divided as address buffer of 8 bits. Where the address bus, the first one is the address bus, where the address bus carries the address of the so the address bus carries the location to where the data is to be stored, and it is a unidirectional. And the data bus is the bus which carries the data to be stored, which is the bidirectional. Mainly these buses are used to transfer the data and address of input-output devices. The address bus is defined from A15 to A8, which carries the MSB of 8 bits of memory input-output address. And the data bus is defined in the pin from AD7 to AD0, which carries the least significant 8-bit address and data bus. And the last unit is the timing and control unit of the 8085 microprocessor, where all the controls of all the register, accumulator, ALU are being controlled by this timing and control unit. So there are 3 signals which is used to identify the nature of operations. So there are three signals, control signals are the RD, WR and ALE. So what is the RD? RD indicates that the selected input output or memory device is set to be read and is ready for accepting the data available on the data bus. അതായത് റെഡി ആണോ, അതായത് ആർ ഡി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എന്താ, the signal indicates that the selected input or memory devices is ready to read the data. WR എന്താ, ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് റൈറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ഇതിലാണോ അതില്ലത് ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് WR. And ALE, it is a positive going pulse generated when a new operation is started by the microprocessor. So when the pulse goes high, that is when the pulse is 1, it indicates the address. And when the pulse goes down, that is if it is 0, it indicates that it data. Okay. Now the other three signals are the input output memory and status signals. Input output memory പറയുന്നത് വെച്ചാൽ it is differentiate between input output and memory operations. That is input output or മെമ്മറിയിൽ 1 ആണെങ്കിൽ അത് ഇൻപുട്ട് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ഓപ്പറേഷൻ ആണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അതർവൈസ് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് 0 ആണെങ്കിൽ മെമ്മറി ഓപ്പറേഷൻ ആണ് അവിടെ നടക്കുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, so this is about 8085 architecture and its components. Okay, thank you. So the notes of this module 1 will be uploaded in the Moodle. Okay, thank you.